Hi, it's Martin Ball, your Kangen Waterman. Today talking about the 3 key pillars of Enagic. Now, many people think of Kangen water when they think of Enagic, but in all fairness, Enagic are far more than just Kangen water. So let's talk about pillar 1. Pillar 1 is physical health. Let's face it, we've all been affected by somebody within our family. It may even be yourself who's been affected by an illness and disease. And unfortunately, it affects all of us, especially when it's chronic. So what we want to be focused on here is our own physical health. And how can we control that? Well, we can be aware of the things that we're consuming. We can be aware of our environment. Now, I know that we can't really do too much about the air that we breathe. You know, very grateful that it's there because it would be a very short living if it wasn't. But at the same time, very grateful for the air that's around us. But then what we can do is control our environment, our home. Very, very important that we start thinking about this. So how can we reduce toxicity, stress to the body? What are the chemicals that we're actually using throughout the home, that we're bathing in, that we're drinking, that we're eating? These kinds of things, how can we reduce them? So physical health is so important because to live in a state of ease, we need to reduce living in a state of dis-ease. Really, really important. So what do we have to do? We have to reduce the stress our body's being put under. And this is one of the biggest things where we focus on, is that we're mainly made up of over 70% water. So if you think about it, from like here down is all water. Arguably even higher levels percentages of water, but pretty much 70% here down is all water. So then we've got to think about, well, that's an important part of our makeup. So physical health and having a product like the Enagic K8 water ionizer behind me is essential for optimal health. So Enagic, in all fairness, came in with a product that they know was going to be world-class and needed for every single person around the world. Needed for every single person around the world. They just don't know it yet. And if you don't own one, you just don't know it yet. And what's really important is that you're getting educated the correct way, because many people believe what they believe based on their education that they've been given and their past experiences. But having a mind that's open to everything and attached to none of that is going to help you learn more to be able to move in the direction you wish to go. So physical health is number 1. Second is relationship health, stroke emotional health, relationship health, connecting with people around us. Think about it like this. We care about our family, we care about our friends. Those people who we love having around us, we care about them. So naturally, we have an emotional connection and we want them to be healthy. We don't want to hear of them going through a tough time. We don't want to hear of them becoming sick. So we need to focus on exactly protecting our relationships, even our relationship with ourselves. Like, are you nurturing yourself? Are you giving yourself what you truly need to strive and thrive? Or are you disempowering yourself? So Mr. Oshiro, when he chose to come into the home-based market back in 2003, after coming from Japanese hospitals, he chose relationship marketing. He chose referral marketing, knowing that when I buy the product and I fall in love with it, I'm going to want to tell other people, exactly like I'm doing right now. However, the whole focus back then was it was going to be face-to-face. And naturally, we want to help our friends and family. We want to tell them about the products. We want to tell them about our own experiences. And that naturally creates awareness. That creates a connection with the people going, well, I want to experience that. I want to have that level of value. I just bought this, but what you're saying makes sense. And I don't want to unknowingly continue to cause stress to my body now that I know. And that's the thing. We don't know what we don't know. But when we do learn something, we can't unlearn it. So it's really important. So relationship health brings people together. And that's one of the big things that I noticed when I was over at the Enagic convention, well, it's Mr. Oshiro's 76th birthday back in 2017, the founder's 76th birthday. I was one of 400 Enagic distributors invited to go along and celebrate with him. And it was an incredible experience. One where he shared his story from a child of losing 3 siblings, his brotherhood from when he was in the workforce getting broken apart because of a tough time. He talked about financial stress. This is what's really important, because you get to know somebody, you get to understand why the company was created. The relationship health, when you actually were in that room, you understand what it truly meant, because everybody was just like, it's as if we all knew each other. It's as if we were one big family. And in all fairness, within Enagic, we are. That's what we truly are. We're connected with each other and we're supporting each other. That's why I created the membership zone to help distributors all over the world for Enagic, to help them move forward in the business, because we are all one family. And it was so beautiful to go and see people and them jumping and hugging me and thanking me and just introducing themselves to me, and me vice versa. It was just an incredible experience, a true relationship health. And I'm 100% confident that in that moment of Mr. Oshiro witnessing all of this stuff, that he felt a level of joy. He felt a level of success within his vision for bringing people together. And there was only a room of 400 plus of us. We're not talking about the thousands and thousands that go to the massive conventions for Enagic. Like, it's so powerful. That's number 2. So we've got physical health, we've got relationship health. We then talk about financial health. Mr. Oshiro decided that marketing budget for the products, the same as every other product or service out there around the world, has a marketing budget to get the word out there. He chose to take that marketing budget, and instead of putting it into TV advertising, radios, billboards, whatever it is, newspapers, he chose to take that and give it back to the distributors. Give it to yourself, give it to me, and share it out evenly, and make sure everyone was rewarded for their efforts. Now, if you work a job, you'll know that you're paid by the hour. You're paid for your time. But is your time truly being rewarded for what the value that you add in that time? Some people don't add enough value in there, and therefore they're never going to get a pay rise. They're never going to be worth more. They just go and do enough. But if you're one of those people who's motivated and goes out there and actually gives and provides value and is always wanting to become better, then naturally you need to be rewarded for that. And Mr. Oshiro created that model within Enagic that would help the person who was committed, who was willing to get out there, who was willing to share the message, to help that person become financially rewarded. And this is what's so brilliant about it. There's no concrete ceiling where the manager above is like, you can't earn more than me. The CEO, you can't earn more than me. The director, you can't earn more than me. The focus here is that if you wish to become the most successful person in Enagic, nobody's stopping you. The only variable is yourself. And if you're motivated and you're passionate, I guarantee you will get to the top. You will get to where you want to go. And that's one of the great things, because let's face it, many relationships are torn apart because of financial stress. Many relationships are destroyed because of stress about finances. People take their lives over financial stress. I had a friend of mine do so. And then we look at it and go, we value money more than we value life. Isn't that frightening? We value money more than we value life. So what the focus here is, if we can help ourselves reduce stress, because I've had no money and I know what it feels like, and I've had money and I know what it feels like, and I can tell you this right now, I enjoyed it a lot more when I had money. And this is the power that we've got. World-class products for physical health, relationship stroke emotional health, bringing people together, being a part of a community of all empowerment to move in the direction we want to go. And third, the physical health. The physical health helping you become financially secure. Like Jim Rohn said, build a financial fortress around you and your family that nothing can get through. And you have the tools within Enagic to do so. And that's why I'm so passionate about the 3 pillars of Enagic. Kangen Water is not one of those pillars. The 3 pillars are what are important. I look forward to educating you further. I hope you've enjoyed exactly what I've shared with you. Please make sure that you actually connect with more of the videos that I've shared to get more value, to understand the truth on Enagic and Kangen Water, because the more the truth that you learn, the more you're going to understand about the importance of being connected. I look forward to educating you further. Bye for now. Enjoying my YouTube channel? Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell to receive further value.